grab your cup. Living life with F&D, we won't give up. Spill your coffee, hey, that's okay. We'll laugh it off and seize the day. Sip happens, but we're alright. With Sarah's mug, we'll win the fight. Science stories, laughs and fun. Morning chats for everyone. So take a sip, don't spill the brew. Join the chat, it's made for you.
Hello, everyone. Hello. I know I spurred this on you last minute. You know me. We have no schedule around here. So, no script, no schedule. You come and go as you please. So, feel free to do whatever you feel comfortable with. Oh, what a week. What a week. Trying to recoup. Trying to fight, the never-ending battle. Seems like the American dream is a never-ending battle. That's what I can say. Hey, wrong finger. You like my painting so far? I think I'm almost done with this half, and then this half, it'll probably take me about a month. At this rate, because my body just really hates me right now. I am so sorry I scheduled this morning. I was planning to do a morning gig this morning, and then I apologize. I abruptly canceled it in my sleep. My brain and my body were just like, nope. Broken Baker, you broke me. So yeah. On the good side, I did something to win, I think. I helped somebody else win last night. I know it was a business that, they would probably, said yay, and because I think the mayor and another person, and then I followed through with that. And I know I should have waited just a little hair longer, because then somebody was going to talk about transportation issues. So, well, actually, I did wait, I think. I don't remember. It was all a blur yesterday. I was extremely anxious. Little did I know that the city council... Let me scratch all this. Yesterday, I went to the city council to file, to make my complaint as a resident about transportation. And then my next step is to talk to transportation. But I gotta go slow, guys. I gotta go slow. So So it was a win. I got to talk to the mayor. I pleaded with him to be my voice. I gave him the document that I worked so hard to write. Three minutes is not a long time to say your piece, but I think I just let it just roll out. Thanks to you guys for letting me practice, I know it's not the same, but yeah, and I did have to take Uber and Lyft, which then figure out where I needed to go. The city council needs to fix their automatic accessible door because that did not work for me. And then I just let the other guy in the scooter go before me, so then people could see that this thing, which is supposed to work. And I made the comment, the story of my life, accessibility, having a disability, it shouldn't be a second thought. I shouldn't feel like I have to pick and prod and to have people see what we deal with, I think it makes it worse that I have F&D that just gives you everything, including the kitchen sink sometimes. Like, especially today, it's a struggle. Let me tell you. Yeah, so like going out, doing, something common, oh, I'm going to go to the city council and say my piece, and then, but people don't realize today, yeah, I took Uber and Lyft. That's supposed to help me, kind of conserve my energy, but having to plan going out it's really exhausting. And then this morning I just did not want to get up. I didn't really want to do this, but I was like, I'm gonna push myself to do this for you guys, because I know that you guys are gonna be like, where is she? Where is she? Making you guys anxious. We haven't seen you, since Friday. Yeah. And I know that you guys would say, take your time, blah, 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 we'll be here. But I know some of you, look out for me, care. And so, they did, the city council, they did record it. So I went back and watched it last night, and oh man, I was so nervous. My body was just like starting to shake, and but it's a win because I've come a long way. I wouldn't have been able to do that 2 years ago, 18 months ago, 1 year ago, 6 months ago, maybe. But I'm really, really, really proud of myself. I think what hit me the most was the city homeless shelter. I thought that was the perfect timing. They were there to help me, and they're working on a project for veterans and seniors, and maybe wiggle in some disabilities. Um, so I don't know where this will take me, and I'm just letting whatever happens, whatever happens. I have no real plan. I just, I think it was just time for me to voice, our city, where they can grow and blossom, and I even told him, I need a job. I need to get out of the house. Yeah. Um, I just want to be the person to go to, hey, we've got this kind of project going on. We need your advice for accessibility. I know that you're excuse me. I think those hiccups are like, it's like a hiccup and a belch at the same time, and it's genetic. Because other family members do it too, and it's so random and it's so annoying. So, but we do it and have fun, you know. So, yeah, I think hopefully I can get a job. Whether it's hybrid, if it's like independent work, freelancer, whatever. I need to at least get out of the house once a week, at least. So I have my work cut out. I think I'm going to, first of all, I have to remind myself, start small. Let's do one route first. See if there's any tweaks and improvements. And then just grow from there. So there are, after looking at it and then looking at the hand manual book that has all the routes and timestamps, and well, they have the times, but not the, I don't know. And then researching, finding a real estate broker here locally in my town who explained it a little bit better, I think. And I think there are improvements. I think there could be more improvements and tweaks, but I think they need to realize that they were, doing this too fast, too much at once. Like changing the names of the buses, that's too much at once. That should have been like, we're rolling out with new names later. Then, each of the bus routes, change one spot at a time, I think, or 2 or 3 maybe tops, not the whole entire route. Like my route now is, instead of 1 bus, now it's 2 buses. And I think it still requires some walking too, or standing, or so I'll just ride the bus. I have not sat in the back of the bus in a long time, but I think I'm gonna just sit in the back and just observe and take notes. And yeah, I don't understand. I'll have to. Should I? I don't know. I have too many files. I have even the mayor. I was like trying to show him some of my painting, because writing my book, doing whatever paintings, and I did a collage of the mayor's, because this town is split into two towns, but we go by one. I think they just need to so what was I gonna say? Anyways, showing him the painting. Even he said, you got a lot of pictures. How do you do that? And I wanted to say, you're such a boomer. Oh my goodness. So I think we're gonna make some things happen. But at the same time, I'm like a little bit torn. I need a vacation to see if, I need to move, even if it's just temporary, because this town makes me torn, because, it's small, but everybody knows everybody, but, we're not, poking in everybody's, lives, to, annoy each other. But at the same time, through the grapevine, somebody knows somebody to help you, and, and then, it's a university town. Then we've got 2 hospitals in town, and even the routes could be changed, I think, so that more than 1 bus goes to the hospitals. I think, if I get out of the hospital and, the doctor says, oh, you're okay to take the bus. Or, you do a doctor's appointment, I think, more access points need being there. Maybe the mall gets the most access. And then the university, and then maybe a few rehab, psych, maybe, which I've seen a little bit of improvement with psych, and then now I think I can access the rehab hospital that I finally was able to, somewhat in my story with, that 3-month saga. But now you can access the bus if you're a veteran, so that's good. And I think the different acts, because you had to take, like for me, you had to go all the way on the west side of town, up to the city bus, whatever, metro bus station, then take another bus all the way to the east side of town to go to your doctor's appointment at the hospital. And that was like, I want to say a 90-minute, ride. Yeah, I do have like access, which is a paratransit. But they require 48 hours. They're limited from 8:30 to 4:30. They require me to go upstairs because they only had like maybe 1 or 2 access vans. Back then, I couldn't really manage the stairs, the walker. I'm still pretty independent, so I don't really like giving somebody else my, mobility device, and nor should you, because you might need that little oomph to help you, because I do kind of collapse it and then kind of use it as a cane if I feel like I'm going backwards or whatever. So, and so then I would use sorry, my brain just glitched. So the wheelchair lift was another option, but they would have to flip the lip, and that can be a little bit loud. It's a little bit more loud than when they use the ramp for the city van access vans. But I don't have to use stairs, and the vans are so low enough that you can step up, no problem. I don't have to have a wheelchair. I don't have to have assistants or, so we need more of those. I think they need to change that. Don't get rid of the access buses. Maybe using those for like the smaller streets, maybe senior citizens, veterans, convert. They did have a flex bus, which was kind of like Uber and Lyft, but I think they rolled this out like probably a little bit before the pandemic. And well, they used it on a stretch of street, and I think that got lost in transition. So why not, use the bigger buses on campus, use the smaller buses, because I honestly only see about, maybe no more than 10 people using these, the big buses. Either using those for this side of town or, converting them into the flex bus system. Have an app for these flex buses and then access or whatever, or just combine flex bus and access together. Having a mobile app for any business is accessible. I don't want to be going on the computer like it's 1995. I don't want to call a company because I do have speech issues. I don't want to be pushing 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 7, 6, 50309, to talk to a human, because that's where communication does get lost a little bit. Not everybody, like my Uber driver last night, Lyft driver, whatever, he was from Nicaragua, and I respectively figured out, listening to the GPS, that, he spoke Espanol. So I started a little bit of a conversation, the poquito Espanol that I know, and then figured out, what he could understand, and asked if I needed to speak a little bit slower, whatever. So, so sometimes things get lost in transition, translation. That's what I was trying to say. And he was very impressed that, I still remember just a little bit, I find it is harder now, the whatever messed up stuff with this FND stirred up my brain. I do love learning languages, and I guess I get that from my mom. Um, she was a English teacher, and she was trying to learn Italian before she passed. We were planning to go to Italy. And so with that, I just want to say life is short. So if there's something that you want to do, go for it. You know, don't get wrapped up in, the rat race, and just try to figure out how to get it done. So anywho, and and we talked about, how schools need to you should be able to learn different languages in school. I never got the chance because our school was split up into, like, it wasn't called IEP, but people, students that had, disabilities, then we had regular classes, and then honors. So unfortunately, I had to beg to learn German. I don't remember much of it. All I remember is trying to get through doing art or, to help with memorization, you know. Thank goodness for art. Thank goodness I have this talent to help me get through. Help me, I'm excited to get this done. I think the next one is we're going to help some people that we know. I'm just going to leave it at that, just in case the anti are watching me. That's how you do it. You work hard. Okay, I'm going to rant on that. I'm going to stop myself. Anyhow. I think what I want to do is make these a collection, very expensive collection, make prints that you can collect. If you can get their original painting, that would be awesome. But it's up to whoever, gets these paintings. I don't know what I'm saying on that, but that's all right. We've got I'm doing something with these paintings, and I'm moving the mouse like you can see what I'm talking about or showing. Oh my goodness. Anywho. Well, I've been on here for about a half hour. Hello, my friend. Yes, it's been kind of frustrating, but that is the life of living with FND, right? Right. And then I see that we have a lurker on here. Welcome, welcome. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And if it is my family members that are watching, love you. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you... we got a third one. Let's drum roll. Who could that be? Squid, Flash Fan, or Yvonne. I am gonna say Yvonne. And if you're too busy doing whatever you're doing, no worries. You do not have to chat and make your presence known. It's just fun to make guesses who's on my channel. I hope you guys are having fun doing it. It's Wednesday, the week is almost over. I feel like yay! Flash fan! Hello! I got it wrong, but guarantee Yvonne will be on later, poking in. Hope you're having a wonderful day, Flash fan. I miss you. Like, I need to get, once I get this bus stuff figured out and help, I don't know. Maybe it's too big of a job. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. My body is just like, Sarah, just calm down. Just slow down. Take it easy. Okay, Flash fan, I am officially a Discord person, but here's the thing. I signed up for it, but looking at it, I feel like such a boomer. I think I'm gonna just have you just log in and do whatever I need to do. You're hired. This boomer. It's just like going from, back in the day when we had Facebook, or no, not Facebook, MySpace, and then we transitioned to Facebook. But when it comes to Snapchat, that's my family members that are like, 11 years younger than me and more. Oh my goodness. Twitter that's like similar, but I will do Twitter or X or whatever it's called now. But yeah, it's funny. Oh my goodness. I almost said that my mayor was the boomer when he was laughing at how many pictures they had on my phone and was like trying to zoom in and trying to find the painting that I did of our governor the 2 mayors and our state representative. So, yeah, Twitter is just like a mix. Like, you do it or you don't. But Snapchat, I could care less. And yeah. Sorry, I'm still, this still will not like heal and keeps breaking out. I don't know if it's something in one of my paints that makes me break out for some reason. So, no makeup today. Yeah. You don't do makeup either? Oh. Oh my goodness. So, what else are we gonna do? I'm just trying to catch up from yesterday. Talking to the mayor. It's a rough job. Trying to keep her city in line. I'm just joking. It was perfect timing for that. Oh, so, anywho, I am tired. So I think tomorrow I'm gonna just rest. I don't even know if I'm gonna be on here or not. And then Friday, I think I'm going to read at least my route for the bus, take notes. Because I know if I sit in the back of the bus or in the middle of the bus, it's going to be maybe bumpy and I'm going to be so sore. But Saturday, I'm definitely planning to paint with you guys. Hey, Squid! So I may or may not paint with you tomorrow. I think I'm just gonna rest one more day tomorrow and recoup for the weekend. Happy Milk Day. Is it like a national milk day? There's so many national, international, yeah, I would love to do that. We can do dual, oh no, you're on StreamYard and I'm on Streamlabs, so I can definitely, yes, milk is gross, but ice cream is great. So I've got some funny things. I need to have my buddy, the expert, send me him laughing. That way I can pull it up because this would tickle him. Yesterday, City Council wanted to pass an ordinance for chickens, urban chickens. That tickled me to death. It was hilarious. I was just like, if my niece is a double major in chemistry, um, and is going into law. I'm so proud of her. She was also born on my birthday, so she's extra special. Sorry to the other, nieces and nephews, but we're totally alike, regardless to whoever. We're stubborn, Leos, So she's also extra special because she developed transverse myelitis. And so now we walk a lot alike and limp. I probably walk a little bit better, but. And so the way to get her through was Harry Potter and chickens. She had a pet chicken. Yeah. That little chicken won an award or not state, I think school science fair, and then she got on, in the news because she taught this chicken how to play the xylophone for toaster strudel. She wouldn't do it for anything else, and so that was the best science project. I think it helped her quite a bit, with her transverse. Unfortunately, it paralyzed her, from the waist down, and so I have her to, sorry if I disclose that to my niece, about my niece. I can't help it. These are memories that I want to, share, and so anywho, so we now I think we passed. So in my town, we can have chicken, pet chickens. It was pretty cute seeing all the kids come up and saying their spiel, and I was tickled. I didn't want to say anything, because I think you're only limited to one-time speech for 3 minutes. So, and I already had plans and to talk about this, but I was really, really wanting to go up there and be like, having pet chickens, you're not going to have like a farm that mass produce chickens. You're not going to have those problems. And it's just so funny. I was so tempted to go on behalf of my niece and be like, this is how, these pet chickens teach you a lot, teach kids a lot about where their food comes from, and, and with eggs costing a tank of, almost a tank of gas, 1 gallon of tank of gas. was insane. Okay, I can't wait for the day that we have another TP paper or or that would be funny. TP paper disappears because of me. So, anyways. Well, it was good seeing you guys. I hope my niece has a little tickle about this, this episode. I love all my nieces and nephews, my great niece and nephews. They're fun to watch. It's fun to really see, my siblings, become grandparents too. Just it tickles me, them doing the stupid stuff that our parents used to do, Oh, flash fan. If you only have, as Megan calls it, ramen noodles, don't send me ramen noodles. But if you have the funds, you can instead send me coffee money, and I can use that for ice cream or have both. But yeah, I love ice cream, and I should have gotten it. But this morning I got my groceries, and thankfully I didn't get ice cream because it would have melted, and then I would have been sad. So, oh. What are you guys eating for dinner tonight? Ooh. Now I'm hungry again. I just ate before I came on here, but I'm still hungry. Leftovers. I had a pizza, a little Red Baron pizza, but I'm still hungry. Yes, absolutely. I would just email me. Here, I'll. Sorry, coughing in your ears. Here's my email. So feel free to email me. Well, where did it go? It disappeared. Well, living life with F. There we go. It just took a minute. Well, hello, whoever else is in here to listen to my craziness. We have 5 people in here. I am excited. If I just looked the other day, and we have 121 people so far subscribe. That's amazing. Let me do something here. Show that. Smash that subscribe button. If you don't want notifications, you can toggle it to none. You can get all my notifications if you love me. Then smash that like button. Anything that you can do to interact counts. It helps me grow. And then if you are just a lurker, just make sure you watch all the way through. If you are watching this on replay, make sure you watch all the way through. I know sometimes I do 2, almost 3 hour, things. This channel is just about coming in and out as you please, listening while you're painting, driving, whatever, this channel is not necessarily geared towards just actually watching me. And I do have a question about that. I need to make sure that my channel is accessible for the deaf community, because I've noticed other channels, their closed captions are not working, which you would think YouTube would just automatically, have that accessible without me having to do anything. So I do need to check on that. So I need a mental note right in that brain. Mental note. Because this channel is geared towards, I try to make this as accessible as humanly as possible. And if I need to do a little bit more explaining, I know I haven't been really good at that. If you are visually impaired or, blind, if you would like for me to try to make that work as humanly possible, I will make that happen, because I do know that F&D, I don't know how rare it is for F&Ders, but I do know upon research that there is like stigmatisms and temporary blindness and all sorts of visual issues that come from F&D. So if I can make those little tweaks, I can't guarantee that it's going to happen all the time, but please email me or, hey, I'm visually impaired or blind or whatever, or I have F&D visual issues. Please email me. Don't comment down below or in chat. Try to contact me personally to make me aware that I need to do these things. And I will try my best too. So, so. Oh, good grief. Flash fan. Okay. You goofball. Yeah, but if I need to do some complaining to YouTube, and good luck, I know, but it's, oh, flash fan. You're a goof. No kids. Oh, service dogs are allowed in here. Um, just no kids in chat. Unless you're just a goofball. No, I'm not scratching my boob. I'm scratching my my armpit. Anywho. So who should I paint next? After these two. Can't decide. I have so many like paintings that I want to do. I do have a commission in the works, so I'm happy about that. So that will be in the works. Yeah, all disabilities are welcome. All service animals are welcome. So I have a dog nephew that will sit on my computer, will whap the cell phone out of your hands. He's really annoying. He would probably sit on your head if you allowed him to. He's so funny. He's like a clown. Oh, and this is a sign that I am really tired. I have astigmatism in this eye. Yeah, little yappy dog. Now, is he the miniature? I probably have asked you this 10 million times, and I will probably ask you 10 million times more because, I'm getting old. My memory sucks. My memory sucks more now that I have FED. So, is he the miniature? And you love him regardless of what he does because he entertains you. Welcome, whoever's puts it in here. Oh my goodness. So, having astigmatism makes you tired because I can feel it, like, fluttering, and it's so sleepy. Oh my goodness. I think I'm gonna do the goats. Valhalla and the goats. I'm gonna make the goats look like they're painting Valhalla's big old head. So I think I'm gonna do that next. And hopefully I can get on Diva, Dictionary Diva, and Valhalla's little collab. Even if it's just, hey, this is what I'm doing. Painting your big old head, big old noggin. I love listening to Full Storm and because he's loud. Even and sweet little Dictionary Diva. Oh my goodness. I love pancakes. Maybe I'll do that. I need to get equipment, or I need to get some galvanized piping, and I'm gonna put it on the table and then have it so that I can put my camera above so I can just work, flat, instead of on an easel. But I need to figure that all out. You don't have to be an artist to paint. You can just doodle. You can color, whatever you want to do. And it helps your brain too. I always say, if I wasn't creative, if I didn't have this skill, this gift from my grandmother and my mom, that I would be totally lost. And then on top of that, if I was not a medical massage technician, I would be really, really lost and a stupid patient. Yeah, I through all this F&D, my medical knowledge helped me, now I'm not saying I don't need physical therapy. I do need physical therapy. I wish physical therapy was not designed to set you back 20 years. It's designed to set you back 20 years. And then I just wish, okay, you need physical therapy, but insurance needs to butt out on everything, to be honest. So, anyways, heck, your chicken scratch could be just abstract. Yeah, a dietitian can help, or a health coach can help you with dietary issues, or are you talking about, trying all sorts of foods, and I think I'm dying. My eyes just won't stop. Stop touching your eyeball, Sarah. Anywho, wow, we've been talking for an hour. Imagine that. Well, I'm gonna. Do I want to go? Do I want to pester you guys some more? Do something different? I don't know. Maybe you found a new job. Hey, Yvonne. Welcome. If you don't know my friend, she's Espanol version of F&D. Please welcome her. She did a little bit of a streaming the other day. I did do a playlist of other YouTubers that have F&D. So feel free to go and check her F&D stuff out if you want. Show her some support. And I think she does go live too. So welcome her. PT released me because next Wednesday, keep Yvonne in your thoughts and prayers. She's going in for a little procedure on next Wednesday. And then had to go to the ER yesterday due to seizures. I'm sorry, Yvonne. It's hard having seizures. And for our new person living life with F&D 2.0, we'll just call you 2.0, F&D 2.0, living life with F&D. Yay, good. Yay, Flash fan. Thanks. Flash fan is my mod. And Squid, she's been helping me a lot, with growth as well. So go and check her out. She does a lot of aviation type stuff, court documents, just kind of her own thing, and she has experience in OT. She's got quite, and I think she wants to go back to school when her little goes to school for paralegals type stuff. So I think that's awesome. So check them out. Thank you, Flash Fan. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right, guys. What do I need to do? I think I've voiced everything that I had in my head. Maybe it's time for me to go back to bed. People don't understand when you have a disability, and I've said this over and over, with a walker or mobility, it's a juggle trying to make sure that your backpack doesn't weigh too much, or my crossover bag with my F&D stuff. And that seems to be getting heavier and heavier the more stuff that I accumulate for, emergency F&D type stuff. Maybe I need to go through it and maybe just chuck it all, and I think it actually does not help me in the sense of the fears. Maybe one day, I'll chuck it in a fire pit, have a celebration of, no more, symptoms. But at the same time, they're leading us to believe that you have F&D, you have it for life. It's the end of the world. You're always going to, have that fear. And we're, human too. That doesn't help us. So we have that internal, preparation for, the end of the world type, situations, fight or flight, PTSD, and so living life with F&D 2.0, I understand that. Having a droopy face, droopy eyes, red face. As you can see, mast cell activation seems to be also another symptom of F&D, I think. I don't know. Yep, I know, Flash Fan. You'll be here when you will be here. No pressure. No, it's up to you. Whatever life brings you. If you want to stop in, lurk, you don't have to really make yourself present. Just, every once in a while, just say hi. You don't have to. I'm not putting you to work or anything like that. I honestly feel like I need to get myself to the point to where I can actually pay my mods, that's my standpoint in, modding and helping somebody out, because givers gain, no like and trust, and you build from there. Yeah, I know businesses this is a business, and it takes some time, and you have to do all the free stuff in order to reach to that goal. So hopefully we can get there. and I kind of want to have moderators, flip and dip and, different moderators, especially mods. You'll always be my mod. Trust me. You'll be my senior mod that hires everybody, but having a disability and, yeah, you're kind of expected to live on limited funds and essentially be broke all the time. So it's expensive being broke, being, having a disability, and it shouldn't be. I know. But the goal is also to pay it forward too. So keep that in mind, So anywho, and you never know who's in basically deep shit, with life too. I know it'll get there. It'll get there when I just need to not shut up, isolate, and fight, whatever goes on in my brain that prevents me from excelling. So, oh my goodness. Well, guys, it's been almost an hour and a half of me ranting and raving about you guys and loving you guys. So, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the evening. I may or may not see you tomorrow. If I do stream, it'll probably be in the evening. So, yes, you have a great one, Flash Ann. Enjoy your bacon or breakfast, whatever you want. Ice cream, whatever floats your boat. Thanks for visiting Living Life with F&D 2.0. You might even want to change your alias for YouTube on my behalf. And then another thing for Living Life 2.0, you should practice when you are feeling your face getting droopy or ticking. You also might try smiling, sticking your tongue out, doing different facial expressions, and try doing that, and especially when you are having an F&D episode, even after you do that. I think that has helped me when I feel that sensation. Yeah, I think yours is a little bit more pronounced than mine, but give that a whirl and see. Let me know. Email me. Obviously, don't share anything that you feel private or whatever. Share it in an email, and we can kind of go from there. And let me know if any of my other wisdom has helped you. So hopefully that helps. Thank you for visiting. And of course, Yvonne, thank you. I will be thinking about you in the next week and after for your healing. And Squid, thank you, as always. You've helped me so much. You and Flash Fan. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And whoever else is lurking, let me make sure I'm not missing anybody else. I think I got everybody. If Wednesday, sometimes you come on here. And if you are lurking, welcome. And anybody else that was lurking, welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad to have you on here. I think that's pretty much it. If I forgot any of you, oh, I did not see this. Squid is trying to get to 4,200. I know I don't have very many on here, but if you have not heard of her, I suggest you go follow her. She's got some interesting things to talk about, like I said, and Flash Fan, you're eating salmon, bacon, ice cream. Sounds like your mother needs to come and feed you. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying with that. You know me. So go check her out. It's her birthday month, so let's make that happen. I'm still trying to get to, my dream is to get to 1,035. I've had this dream. I continue having this dream. Let's make it happen. Let's make that happen. So hopefully, and I know it'll take a good solid year to, make these goals happen and all that. Now you're making a BLT. What in the world are you? You's a hungry boy. You are a hungry boy. And if I, we live close by, if I visit, I would make you a good home cooked meal, okay? Home cooked meal. All right, guys. Thank you very much for all your support. Love you guys. Let's do balloons. Now, balloons. Whatever the balloons, YouTube or Streamlabs, balloons. I don't know. Good night. Love y'all. Bye.
Well,